Okay, folks, Andrew Bolbros here. Well, we got another running back signed to the practice squad, Royce Freeman. Interesting conversation. He's been a bit of a journeyman. I think there's a lot to discuss on why we signed him, what this means for the team, why specifically him, and how it affects this team moving forward, right? Again, that's three running backs on the practice squad, folks. And this is an interesting video. We could have done a short form video, but I really thought this really warranted a longer video. So plenty to talk about in this, guys. So as always, you know how we do it. We get into it. Let's go. Okay, folks, as always, like and subscribe if you do enjoy the content. I'm Andrew Bolbros. So there's a lot to discuss here. And one of the first parts I want to talk about is really just Justin Herbert, right? Justin Herbert just underwent surgery yesterday. Again, guys, they are saying he is expected to play versus the Eagles, which is crazy. The Bolbros will be there at that game. So if you see us, please say hello. So if you want me to do a larger video on this as well, too, maybe we'll do a short form video tomorrow. Let us know. Leave a comment down below. Really an interesting situation. There's a lot to discuss on this, so we'll probably do some sort of video. Leave a comment down below if you do want us to do a video. But let me show you a little bit about this young man right here. I say young man because I'm a lot older than he is, but Royce Freeman. He's 29 years old. Interesting player, bit of a journeyman. He's kind of been all over the place. Again, he's a veteran running back. Signed him just yesterday. Really, the running back depth is really what is the big concern. Now, he is a power back. Now, you can make an argument all day of, what he really is, right? I think he was signed, I believe, in 2018 by the Broncos, been a bit of a journeyman, kind of been all over the place. I think he's actually been, he was originally a third-round pick by the Broncos out of Oregon. Oh, he's a Duck, just like Justin Herbert. And he had one of his best years as a rookie in 2008, where he rushed for 521 yards and 5 touchdowns. Currently, his career totals are set about 1,800 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns. But he's been a bunch of different stints with other teams, Denver, Carolina, Houston, and the Rams. You see him in the Rams right here at this point. But again, it's interesting, and I asked myself why. Well, why him? I think the biggest reason is he's a power back, right? He's a bigger dude. And, I think the Chargers like to have a guy like a Kimani Vidal, who's a little bit of a scat back, kind of moves ball back and forth, but they also want a power back. Well, who is that specifically? That's Amari Hampton. So, we'll talk more about him in a second, but at least with Royce Freeman, he is, a bigger body. And, there's a lot to be said. And guys, by the way, there are 3 people on our actual practice squad. By the way, I think the last game that Royce Freeman actually played was 2023 for the Rams. So he rushed for 319 yards and 2 touchdowns that season. But remember, there are now 3 running backs on the practice squad. Folks, I would have thought we would have maybe gone after a lineman or something of that nature. But no, we signed the best available running back, at least what we believed. But we have Royce Freeman, Amar Johnson, who has been brought up, I think, once before this year. Travion Williams also, I believe, who has been brought up once also this year as well, too. Now, again, Kimani Vidal and Jarrett Patterson. But let's talk about kind of where that stands, moving forward. But again, why did we really sign another running back? Well, we had to sign Jarrett Patterson to the active roster because he's been brought up too many times. I think it's three call-ups. After the 3 call-ups from the practice squad, you have to put him on the 53-man roster. So Jarrett Patterson is now on the 53-man roster. So again, Kimani Vidal, RB1. Right now, Jarrett Patterson solidified RB2 at this point, right? I guess you could waive him still at this point if you really wanted to just waive him. But I think that most likely will not happen at this point. But the good news is you have Jarrett Patterson, who's now on the team, and he is on the 53-man roster. They had to sign him. So, and he's done a great job, guys. I mean, he really has. And so I'm super hyped that we have him. Again, the funny thing is, for some reason, I thought he was an older player, but he's actually quite a young player. He's only been on the team. I think this is his second year in the league from Buffalo, so pretty interesting. But real quick word from James. He's going to step in and give us a word from our sponsor.
Have you heard about the Sleeper app? Well, let me tell you all about it. Sleeper is the best way to experience and connect over sports together. It's a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on games in real life with other users. Get the fastest scores, blazing fast news, and alerts right at your fingertips. Play in fantasy leagues and win real money on pick contests so you can enjoy sports the way they were meant to be together. Download the #1 sports app today. Plus, you get a $100 deposit match up to $100 when you use code BoltBros.
Thank you, James. I really appreciate that. But Jarrett has actually looked great, so I'm excited to see what he can do moving forward. So again, excited to see what happens with that. Now, the interesting thing too is we have Kimani Vidal, and Kimani has been an absolute stud muffin. He's proven that he can absolutely be RB2, hell, even RB1 at this point. Here's the crazy thing, though. I thought about this a lot this morning. This is really why I want to do a longer video on this. Is think about this way: Jarrett Patterson and also Kimani Vidal were not even on this team. Remember, we waived Kimani Vidal. He was not on any team at the beginning of the season. So, now we got him back. He went from practice squad all the way up. And you can make the argument all day. It's like, holy smokes, man. And Kimani clearly is not going to be released ever again. He's teams to be chomping at the bit to get Kimani Vidal at this point right now. So I think there's a lot to be said about that. And Kimani's been absolutely amazing. The real big question, though, I have is with Omarion Hampton. This would be the final slide for today. When is Omarion coming back? Again, I thought he'd be back for the Raiders. Clearly, he was not ready, or they just decided to just hold him out because why bring him back in? But remember, okay, we just signed Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman is a lot more like Omarion Hampton. He is a power back. So there is some question marks that I might have if it takes a little while for Omarion Hampton to come back. Maybe he doesn't come back for the Eagles game. Maybe there's a chance that they bring up Royce Freeman to be more of that power back, the short yardage back, when you would just really want to go 22 personnel and just have a power back. Because really Kimani and Jarrett really are not that guy. They're more scat backs or more smaller, like Austin Eckler type of backs. Omarion Hampton is a hammer. He is a sledgehammer. He's going to pound the ball up the gaps. And that's really what Greg Roman wants to do as well, too. There's also been rumors that we might even bring Gus Edwards back, which I think is interesting. I mean, I know he'd been banged up as well. He's sitting on the sidelines. I don't even know if he'd want to come back at this point. Hell, I don't even know if he would pass a physical at this point. But bottom line, the interesting thing about Omarion Hampton is, it would be just so nice to have a scat back and then someone like Omarion Hampton, more of the hammer, just north and south downfield. But again, signing a guy like Royce Freeman is nice because it does allow our team to potentially have that power back that we've been wanting to have, that 1-2 combination. That's really what Greg Roman and Gus Edwards, or Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh have wanted this entire time with the Chargers. But fortunately, we've had too many injuries. We can't seem to make both of those running backs work. And I can't remember, guys, Kimani Vidal, are right now #1 running back, or RB1, and Jarrett Patterson, or RB2, weren't even on the team when the season started, right? They came from practice squad, moved their way up. And so you have to give credit to Jim Harbaugh, Greg Roman, and also Joe Ortiz going out there and continually trying to find talent. So again, Royce Freeman, we'll see what happens. Who knows? I mean, let's knock on wood. Hopefully we don't have any more injuries, and hopefully Omarion Hampton comes back and he's absolutely a stud. But what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Is this a good signing? What do you think? What do you think about Omarion Hampton? Does he play against the Eagles? I hope he does. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Justin Herbert? Do you want us to do a longer form video tomorrow on Justin Herbert, kind of updating everyone on the surgery? What are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. As always, Andrew, Bolt Bros. See you guys in the next one.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching the Bolt Bros podcast. Let's go. Touchdown!